Hello. In the next few minutes I want to show you why I deserve a chance. I am Latino. Vengo de un país donde están los cuatro mundos, donde están las Islas Galápagos, donde puedes comer el encebollado, la humita, el tigrillo, el queso manaba, tomar un poco de café con eso. What I'm trying to say is that I come from Ecuador, and we are taught to love in a unique way. We are taught that cooking is the best way to connect to a people or an audience. And I have been cooking content ever since I joined my journalism club back in 2017. I remember the first time that I went to a radio. It was a student show. I was 15 and I was shaking and my voice was cracking. I stayed up the night before just because I wanted to prepare myself, and even though that people were telling me to calm down and don't over prepare myself, I knew because my mom taught me growing up that I always have to look to be the best at what I do. And then my time came, and I didn't even thought about it. I saw the look at the teacher's face that screamed, wow. I was really not expecting that. The recording was not good. It was really not good at all. But that was the first time that I knew that I was capable of being in the radio. So I knew that I wanted to be a journalist and a communications professional. I was just missing the place. I looked up at places in Argentina, Spain, Chile. But then I came across one of my best friends from high school, Francisco Chang, who recently graduated from SunFX, Nova Scotia. He hooked me up with some contacts, and the next thing that I knew, I was part of the journalism program in St. Thomas University in Fredericton. In my first year, I started kind of being a volunteer writer for the Quinion, that is a student-led newspaper here in St. Thomas. It was founded in 1935. And my first pieces, they were edited so much that there was 2 or 3 names credited to. The next year I moved to be the senior writer, and I was writing 2 to 3 articles a week. I was getting from one place to the other just to get interviews done. And then I remember this one story that really made an impact on me. This was a story about the Brandon Loreto Foundation. I could have just get a Zoom meeting and just get it over with, do the easy way. But I always want to go one extra mile. I always wanted to work a little bit extra just to get the full experience and do the best job that I can. This was a story about a father who lost his son and then founded a hockey school for kids in his memory. Right there, I was reminded about what journalism is really about. It's not about being behind a camera or a mic or having your name on an article. It is about giving a voice to those who truly deserve it. Now, in my last year, I was a sports editor. In this role, I had to produce social media content, write scripts, pitch stories every week, edit, and meet with deadlines. But I also had to meet with 5 sport writers. My favorite part of this job was that I could help these 5 writers to help improve the section as a whole. I would write comments, and sometimes I would get a thumbs up or sometimes not. But what really mattered to me, if it's in the next article, they would take one of the comments that I made. That was it for me, because I knew that I was making a real impact on them. My 4 years in St. Thomas University were amazing, and then in May of 2025, I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism. My education at St. Thomas University have prepared me for this position as a morning co-host. And even though I love writing, nothing compares to the feeling of being behind a microphone. That's why I believe that Arcadia Broadcasting is the next step in my career as a professional journalist. So everything that I have done so far, from high school to university, has prepared me for this, and I am excited about the future. So to wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with a little segment about the Brandon Loreto story. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I did producing it. Muchísimas gracias, tengan un buen día. Thank you so much and have a great day.